Welcome back to our superhero spectacular. I can't do it when I want to do it.
I can't do it ever, so.
Spectacular.
There you
Better.
go. I'm Derek,
I'm white person.
I'm Jack.
and this is Bad Movies,
Worst people.
This might be the dumbest thing we've ever watched.
Oh, God.
I say this every now and then, but I think I really mean it.
It's almost once a month whenever we do these DirkA classic movies.
It's like a period.
I would take my period over this.
Last month, DirkA Classic was Willy Wonka, so you've now spoiled us.
This is true.
That was amazing, and we're back to what?
Didn't we do that
We are
one?
back to Captain America 2, Death Too Soon.
From 1979.
Yes.
Made for TV.
Made for television. What were you saying?
We did do that one older movie with the watch out or else we'll get mad.
Oh, look
Yeah.
out, we're mad, or
Yeah, it was
something.
one of them there.
That one wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
It wasn't
the
terrible.
Tingler was fun.
Tingler.
The Tingler.
I mean, this is so bad. It almost made me miss Wild Angels. Like, this could have done with some Nazis.
And now I know
We're talking about
Captain
we're talking about
America.
Captain America, and there's nary one Nazi.
there is nary a war.
There's barely a fight.
He's had a gun. Okay.
You know what though? There's two things in this movie I love: a dope ass van,
Yeah.
and a guy painting a cat. While the cat's sitting there posing for
Didn't
said
know
painting.
you needed it until you got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. I never thought that was something I needed to see on screen. It's like, my life's
this
been
movie
missing
also has
something.
Christopher Lee.
Sure, but not enough. Dude, at
Yeah.
one point we have Christopher Lee playing Miguel, the terrorist, driving away in a station wagon. Like, tell me your movie is just
Like
lackluster.
the Griswold station wagon
It's a
at
family
that.
truckster.
And I do want to say, I mentioned last week that this week we'd be doing Captain America from 1979, but it was a last-minute decision to switch to Captain America 2, Death Too Soon,
So glad
from
we did that.
1979.
The reason we did it, though, was mostly for Christopher Lee,
Yes.
but also because it was shorter.
By what, 7 minutes?
more.
No, 14 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
But what's
14 minutes
funny-
shorter, and
double that.
it features Christopher Lee.
But what's funny is we start this movie with the
The
last movie. Like, it showed us 4 minutes of the last movie. And it's like, well, good. We're caught up.
Yeah,
We are
I
caught up.
read a Wikipedia entry for my fellow hosts here, so they could get caught up on his origin and whatnot. And then we played the movie, and it was what I just read, but faster than I read it.
Yeah, with visuals. And he says his origin, because we know that, like, I mean, I've read the comics. I know you've at least seen the movies, Whitney.
Yes.
Right? So, I mean, you know his origins, what
Yeah.
they're supposed to be.
And I guess
Not this shit.
I guess one of the writers or somebody involved with it said that there was a script that involved Captain America World War II getting frozen, all that stuff. And basically they were just like, no.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have him in a van with a cat, and he's a traveling artist from California that draws people.
So the 70s were just really bad at making comic book movies because look what happened with
I mean, so
Doctor
the 80s.
Strange.
The 80s were too. I mean, we didn't get
Yeah.
a good comic book movie until I think the X-Men. Really, well, no, Superman 1.
I was like-
Batman.
Solid. Batman's pretty solid.
Yeah, like that
Now,
was
Batman's
the
not a
80s.
superhero though.
He's
I mean,
not?
he is.
What's his superpower besides being rich?
Yeah, that's a superpower.
It is not. It's a super burden.
Do you not live in America, dude?
Iron Man is super
Oh,
rich
wait.
and he built himself that costume.
Yeah, that's true. His superpower is more intelligence
Exactly.
and being a nepo baby.
There
Well,
you
so
go.
is Bruce
But
Wayne.
this Captain America also is not a superhero. This is a guy in a motorcycle costume who's a little stronger than everybody else and
A little
occasionally rides a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
That has a jet engine.
Yeah.
And a hang glider.
Yeah. So he's more of a Batman, really.
He is. He is. He's a blonde hair, blue eyed Batman. It's funny he's fighting so many Nazis when you look blonde hair and blue eyed. That's
Well,
why
I
Hitler
think
was
that
so
was,
mad at him.
if I'm remembering right, unless it's just something I read, but I think it's a thing, that was kind of the point of Captain America, was like, he is the Nazi wet dream look.
Yeah.
However,
But it's a wet dream you rolled over into and got all sticky.
yeah, I mean, he punches Hitler in the face in those old comics, in the old school ones. So this one was directed by someone named Ivan Nagy. I don't know, Nagy.
Yeah.
And this guy directed a couple of TV shows, a couple episodes of Chips, some Starsky and Hutch, some other stuff. And then it seems like shortly after this, like early 90s, he just started directing porn.
Good man.
Wow. I'm sorry. I just had a thought about the theme song, and I'll wait till we get there. I know what it's missing.
We'll talk about the theme song now.
Okay, the theme
it's the beginning of
song
the movie.
is missing timpani.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Timpani?
what I always added.
The big drums.
Yeah, the boom boom.
It's missing a lot. You're not wrong there. So with the theme song was Mike Post, whose name I caught right off the bat because he is the genius responsible for the masterpiece known as Renegade Intro.
Oh, just the music.
Just the intro.
I thought you were about to say he's behind Renegade.
No, but there's somebody that does all the. They have like 5 people that do the score, but his the theme song.
Okay. Well, and this and it speaks to what Whitney was saying about the Doctor Strange movie. These in the 70s, superhero movies were exclusively like made for TV.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get
comics aren't popular by today's standards. In
No,
79.
they're hoping to get something that like the kids will sit in front of the TV and watch, and their parents will be able to tolerate it.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, this didn't do poorly on TV. Apparently, like so, there was the first one in
The
1979.
Nielsen's loved it.
There was the first one that came out in 1979, and this one that also came out in 1979. And apparently, it was supposed to launch a series that didn't happen, just like Doctor Strange and a lot of other things. But it wasn't because of ratings. It was because at the time, so this came out on CBS, and CBS also had a Spider-Man series, a Hulk series, the Hulk series that we all know, and the Wonder Woman series.
Yes.
And they didn't want to be negatively associated with like the comic book channel. So they canceled everything.
You'd be fucking doing well now if that's what you were associated with.
But they canceled everything except for the Hulk. So it didn't get canceled because it did poorly. People liked it, apparently.
That's just a misjudgment on the studio's part, it sounds like.
Yeah. I mean, because, maybe it was just like, well, kids are watching it, but they aren't buying anything.
If you're not selling toys, it doesn't matter. Because that's what all these properties ended up becoming, was how many toys can we sell?
And the guy that plays Captain America is an actor named, hard quotes.
Yeah, you're really throwing that A word out there.
Look, he's performing a role on camera. He's technically an actor.
His paycheck says he's an actor. His performance
That's how he
not.
filed one of his W-2s.
Does his paycheck actually say he's an actor, or is he just getting paid to be in front of a camera?
I think it says actor.
I mean, one of his W-2s says actor. But he has more than one because he's not making any money off this. But he's a guy named Reb Brown who was in some other movies. I was surprised to see. So he was the titular Yor in the movie Yor, Y-O-R. Nobody here knows what I'm talking about.
What the fuck is he actually
terrible,
saying? Right?
Terrible 80s low budget thing that's really fun to watch, like a sword and sorcery kind of thing. But he was also in The Sword and the Sorcerer. He was in Flight of the Intruder, which Jack was just talking about.
Did you just use a movie as an example?
No. So it's like Sword and Sandals or Sword and Sorcery is like the genre of like there's another name. Peplum is another name for it. But like the style of movie, like Conan or something like that. Sword and Sorcery or Sword and Sandal.
He's in a movie a lot like Conan. He's in Conan. He's in Conan 2.
But there's also a movie called The Sword and the Sorcerer.
Oh man, I want to know what sex move the Sword and the Sorcerer is. Honey, you got the tall hat tonight?
Look, all you need to know
ain't
is
buried in your sword on my stone.
It involves a ladder,
okay.
a bucket of pudding.
Oh, thank God. Thank fucking God he said pudding.
I couldn't get the word pudding out. It involves a ladder, a bucket of pudding, and various viewers. An audience. That's all you need to know.
Someone who's yelling huzzah?
Me?
Whoever's jumping into the pudding.
Huzzah!
Or whoever's in the pudding when it gets jumped into.
Oh, someone's already in there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's part of it.
Obviously, you've never played Sword and Ladder before. Whatever the fuck you said.
No.
Anyway, he was also in Uncommon Valor with Chuck Norris. And
good old Chucky Duck.
his most known role was the movie Space Mutiny, which I have seen, but it's been a long time. He was in a lot of terrible 80s movies.
I love that you said his
Sounds
most
like
known movie is another movie yet I have never heard of.
Yeah.
I mean, he said that he was in Flight of the Intruder, because we talked about that the other day, and I don't know who he is in that movie.
He was, like so I said, he's a small part. He was Air Boss.
Ah.
So he's just a guy yelling at someone.
Well, what's funny is everybody in that movie has a nickname, too. So I would say don't touch that dial for life. We may not cover it, but we are going to watch it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's the one Jack was texting us about. It has
Brad Johnson, Tucson's sweetheart.
yeah, because what was it? It was Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, Brad Johnson, Willem Dafoe, Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Oh,
Because like
okay.
the cover was
picture.
Danny Glover and Willem Dafoe, and then like right in the middle was Brad Johnson, and I
Who's
was like,
kind of a poor
Brad
man's
Johnson.
He's kind of a poor man's Tom Berenger.
But then Jack
Okay.
told me he was from Tucson, and I read up his IMDb profile, and he was a
Rodeo
he
clown
was a rodeo
turned
clown.
model turned Marlboro man turned actor. Tucson as fuck.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Rest in pictures, buddy.
Yeah, just died this February. Just got to know him.
But he's not in this
The
movie.
treat all
This
over
happens
again.
so often.
Although
to me.
I have a fun story about Reb Brown, similar kind of history. He was born in California, but he was a former sheriff.
Instead
he
of
was
Marlboro man, he was the kale guy.
he was the avocado man, the avocado hombre.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was a sheriff. He was a professional boxer with a 14-1 record.
Oh damn.
He's a black belt in karate and a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. And he was a starting running back at USC. And he was pushed out of his starting role by none other than Mr. O.J. Simpson.
Oh wow. Oh man, he killed that job.
So he's been stabbing people
Fake
in the
laugh
back
is
for a
so
long time.
stupid. Yeah, he's just. Oh, and it's a blonde, his type.
But yes, so we start with previously on Captain America,
Previously
which
on
makes sense
Captain
with it being a TV movie. Makes more sense than like when we did Friday the 13th Part 7.
Yeah, that was like 8 minutes of all the movies combined. Like, well, thank God.
And literally had absolutely nothing to do with the movie.
yeah, exactly. Like,
It
if
had
you're
to
gonna
get
give
you
me-
up to date on why Jason was in the lake.
Did it even?
Did it?
I don't think it
Yeah,
did.
it showed how he got, because the guy put a rock on a chain and put the chain on his leg.
No,
and-
he's not wrong there. But I think
Oh.
maybe I'm not. It's just me, but it's also the fact that nothing else it showed mattered.
No,
you only
no.
need to show him getting in the lake. Everything else was like, here's him killing a kid in a wheelchair. Here's somebody having a lightning bolt strike a crowbar that stuck up his ass. Like none of this matters.
Well, Corey Feldman got credited, so he made a paycheck on
Yeah,
another
good.
movie.
You know what? I'm back on top. Good for you, Corey. Good for you, Corey.
Do you want to skim over the previously on?
Yeah, so he's an artist that drives around in a van, like we said, and his dad was a intelligence agent of some sort that people called Captain America.
That he had a serum, like he worked on
His-
himself.
Yeah, they
His
made a
blood
serum called the
made the
flag
serum.
serum, which was like, I forgot what I said it stood for already. Something latent aptitude.
games.
Farting latent aptitude games. It doesn't matter. He says
Fucking lazy ass gingers.
But it was his DNA that made the serum, and so they wanted to test it on his son.
He's the only one that could test it for him.
and he said no fucking way, and then he leaves and gets in a van accident, and his van flies off a cliff, but it's back later.
Well, they have the technology to rebuild it.
Yeah, it's a $6 million van.
When he started up, it's all. So wait, we didn't see the first one, but let's guess real quick. Was it a bad guy trying to kill him, or is it the American government that's like, hey, he said he's not going to take our little test, kill him?
The thing
Bad
said
guys?
the little clip
Uh-huh.
said the words for the movie said he got these powers, and so he's going after the people who tried to kill him.
But
Which
who
could be
he's
the
saying,
government.
Was it the government or was it like
it
bad
didn't
guys?
say.
Probably
They said bad guys.
Probably
Generic
bad guys,
bad
which
guys.
America is the bad guys in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but it's 1979 TV.
Oh, America's a good guy.
Yeah.
We're still reeling about Vietnam.
Anyway, he drives his van off the wall. They give him the serum, and now he's Captain America. He has
I'm
a
gonna
rocket.
drive my
he has a
van down into the river.
he has a rocket motorcycle.
Yep.
No, sorry. It has jets for when he's driving and rockets for when he's flying.
Rocket, how does it leave the van? Rocket assisted exit.
Yes.
Yes.
And then jet for when you're accelerating.
And by the time I thought about checking, he only left the van one more time, so I couldn't compare. But I think it's the same shot of him leaving the van every time.
I bet you it is. You get a killer shot like that, man. Don't take two.
They had 3 cameras on it.
This is made for TV.
Different
Wrap
angles.
it up.
And he gets his suit and all that stuff, and that's pretty much what they show,
Yep,
which is all that
and-
matters.
Then we get another
suit is
4 minutes
awful.
of him just driving up the coast.
Which is apparently also an exact shot from the first movie.
I don't want to size shame anybody, but if you are going to wear something this skin tight and not have a bulge. Maybe a codpiece, an athletic supporter of sorts, some sort of jock strap.
It was a bottle
Because-
cap over a baseball.
It's the exact opposite of the labyrinth. It's a crotch I didn't want to see.
And again, not size shaming.
No, I'm not size shaming. I'm just saying, like, if
Maybe
I was
he's a grower, not a shower.
sure, and if I was on camera as a grower, not a shower, I'd be like, "Can I get a fake penis?
Yeah.
Can I get a sock?
Can I get a cucumber?
Where's my Captain America sock? Stunt sock."
Go. Can I get Willem Dafoe, please?
I want Willem Dafoe just for the close-ups. Go ahead, Peter. That's what he calls his dick, by the way.
I was worried because the little kid in this movie's name is Peter.
Oh, no. Scratch that.
Go for it. Go for it, Peter.
Go ahead, Peter.
You
Have
know,
a seat,
Have
Willem.
a seat.
He would just stare at Chris Hansen like, yes.
I'm something of a grower myself, Peter.
Are you a grower or a shower? Well, once I grow, I show.
A little bit of both.
Starts big, gets bigger.
Oh, Willem Dafoe. He should have been Red Skull in this movie. No one is Red Skull in this movie.
No, there's no real anything. The only thing from Captain America comics that I could pinpoint, unless there was some random 70s shit, is Captain America himself.
Yeah, the bike is not from any comic book I've ever read.
But it has a
Then
detachable with a shield. That is his shield.
Then again, Thanos had a helicopter in the early comics, so it's
Well,
possible.
and most of these superheroes have had a motorcycle at some point in
Right.
history
His
because
shield might
motorcycles
be
were cool.
my least favorite thing that you chose to redo.
Yeah,
It's clear, flimsy plastic.
and it changes sizes.
Does it?
Yeah, depending on if it's on the motorcycle or he's using it to block certain things. There's like different size ones.
You see how little I cared?
And
Like I
it's not-
didn't even fucking notice.
Not on purpose,
Uh-huh.
obviously. They just had like different prop ones. They're like, now you're using this one.
Some were more umbrella shaped, and some were more flat.
Did we ever see him take it off of the motorcycle?
I don't-
or
We
does
see
he
him put
just
it
have
on.
Okay.
When he's escaping the prison at the end, he puts
Gotcha.
it on the motor. Well, you see him sliding it to the front of the motorcycle, and then when the motorcycle is pulling out, it's attached. So no, we don't actually see it go on. But
So I'm wondering if there's like, just leave this one on and you take that one for you.
yeah,
It's fine.
Probably makes sense.
But it starts with him at Venice Beach painting this old lady, and there's right out of the gate, there's an extra alert because Danny Masterson is in this movie apparently.
Oh.
I mean, there's no way it could be, but the entire look of Hyde, sideburns, the fucking glasses, that curly
Everything.
fro. He does have a mustache, which Hyde didn't get till later,
Yeah.
I think.
The beard.
But yeah, have
Well, once
fun.
he was old enough to be a pedophile.
have fun skating off into prison.
yeah, this guy's roller skating his way to Folsom.
He's going back.
Well, I hear that train a coming. They're coming for my back end. At least I hope so, buddy.
But yeah, he's painting this old lady, and she's basically like, this guy's playing football and comes close to her, and she almost
they're-
freaks out, and she's like, or frisbee.
Frisbee, yeah.
Yeah, frisbee, it's 70s.
But it's coming in
And-
from behind her. How does she see him?
Because script.
She
And-
hears footsteps, dude.
And she's just like, I thought it was one of those muggers. And he's like, what do you mean, muggers? And it's like, well, old people aren't safe around here. They steal our pension checks. And so he's like, hey, you want to be bait? And sends this lady off.
Do me a
Pretty-
favor.
yeah.
Have you cashed your pension check? No. Do me a favor. Like grabs her face. Go cash it right now.
Okay.
Like, at least be a gentleman. Like, I'll walk you there. You know,
Or
yada
also
yada.
pick a store that's not this shady liquor store that literally has a motorcycle gang sitting outside of it.
Yeah. Here's how you know you don't want to go in.
Maybe that was the only place that she could cash it at.
It's like a Walmart greeter, but they're all from the Pee Wee Herman biker bar.
I will say credit to this movie. It's a white biker gang that's mugging this old lady.
Uh-huh.
This is 1979 street crime.
You say credit to, and I think they just didn't want to get any people of color in this movie.
Oh, there was all kinds of people of color in the movie.
Yeah, there were.
There was
a
some working at the
doctors.
docks. There was a scientist.
Oh,
there was a
the
lot of the
scientist.
extras
Okay.
in Portland.
I saw the one on
Remember
the
the
docks.
the crotch, the moose knuckle?
Oh, yeah. I can't. How can I forget? No wonder we fucking focus on that guy's dick. All these shots are just dick pickups.
They're dick high. They're at
Where do you
that
want me to
level.
shoot at? Dick high.
Just hold it down here and watch it.
That's why Richard Nixon never had a high school named after him. I go to Dick High.
Is that why? Is that why he never had a high school
The
name?
only reason. Also, I bet you there's a Richard Nixon school somewhere in his fucking hometown.
Richard Nixon School of Finance. Richard Nixon School of Diplomacy.
Oh man! Welcome to Richard Nixon home ec. I am not a cook. That's a stupid joke.
It's a good one. I laughed.
Good. Because you're as dumb as I am.
We did all just watch the same movie, so possibly.
We're all dumbed out. I feel like I just lived idiocracy. Get out of here. I'm baiting.
we already are living idiocracy.
But this guy, by the way, this Reb Brown, which is a dumb name.
It is.
It's just short for Rebecca.
Reba.
Okay.
Rebo.
Pretty sure it's Reba.
Rebo.
Rebo.
He's Rebo Brown. His cousin is Rebo Williams. That's not
It's not Reba.
Anyway, this guy looks like either like a really buff Steve Guttenberg or a really sane Gary Busey.
Oh,
Yes.
I was just thinking if I'd be Captain America, that would be great.
I'm taking your serum. I can't trust the government, man.
They tried to vaccinate me. I won't have it.
I only get vaccinated with honey.
I'm investing in it. Honey on my toes and on my tongue.
But he chases down the mugger on his super cool Captain America motorcycle. Basically, the mugger is running one way, and there's a guy coming the other way in a dune buggy, and they're trying to hand off the purse, and Captain America grabs it out of the air.
Intercepted.
And then he chases down this dune buggy guy on foot. I guess his motorcycle wouldn't work on the beach, so
I wondered that too, because I'm like, it is a fucking roadster.
yeah. But he gets off, and they do that, like, it's not even good speeding up. It's supposed to be like speeding up the film to show him running faster, but he's running down a populated beach with waves in the background, so everything's just moving a little faster.
It needed a little. I was expecting some yakety yaks behind that one.
Get back here.
It goes long enough, it could have that.
This is the first of many way too long of shots. And I
Yes.
understand they're trying to hit their quota for commercial breaks and whatnot. Like they have to hit a certain number, right?
Yeah.
There's so many shots and they're like, we get it. He's running. Now, this is him running down the beach for 3 fucking minutes, catching up to this dune buggy.
And that's not an exaggeration, guys. It's 3 minutes of him running on
like-
a beach.
Okay, we get it. He's running fast. We get it. He's catching up.
And it's confusing because this one makes sense as made for TV. 83 minutes. You put in some commercials. I don't know. It was the 70s. Maybe you're only getting 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But the other one was 97 minutes. So I'm like, what are you making that 2 hours?
Yep.
Everything's in a half-hour block. And so does that mean that this one they just added 14 more minutes worth of commercials and it's still 2 hours?
Yeah.
No, they made it an
2
hour and a
hours,
half.
dude.
Well, only an hour and a half is only 7 minutes of commercials.
I don't know.
That's not enough Marlboro commercials.
You're not gonna sell camels like that.
Cereal.
Yeah.
Cereal.
Yeah, cereal commercials.
Sorrel.
Cereal commercials.
Sorrel.
Cyril Figgis. I do like he throws the shield to do like the Captain America bounce thing.
Dude,
but it
is
doesn't bounce.
closer than I am to you right now, which is a small poker table distance away. Like, just hit him with it. But he's got to do this like, haha, I missed. It's
Great because he throws it and it comes back around like a boomerang, but it looks like a UFO from like a 50s movie.
It does.
Which we haven't got to any of those for this yet, but we'll get there. Where it's like you can see that it's on a string because it's like swinging back and forth as it's going down.
But then when it hits the guy, it hits him from the front. So I don't understand. This is like a magical JFK bull. There was a second shieldman on the grassy knoll.
And then during this whole thing too, all the action scenes except the last one where we could have used it, the music has this like, so everything's like this almost A-Team-esque like, that's the Indiana Jones.
I can't think of a.
Yeah.
There we go.
But it's
I
missing
had my notes in a different order.
Yeah,
But this has pew pew. Pew pew pew.
Yeah, but it's more like pew, pew, pew.
it is almost the worst thing you're going to hear until the end of the movie. And
For
they
a
take it
long
away
time.
and put in something even more lusterer.
And you're left saying, "Can I have those?" Pew, pew,
You made me miss the
pew?
bew pews. I never thought I would, but you've
I like
done
the
it.
pew pews.
I didn't at first.
It's the only thing in this movie I could grab onto.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Besides this guy's forearms.
Because his crotch, you're going to get a hold there.
I don't know. He had some big balls.
Like a surf. Well, it's an optical illusion.
Is it?
Yeah, small dick, giant balls. That's how it works.
Yeah, I guess.
That's why my taint looks so big.
It's like the Grand Canyon down there.
You ever just put a mirror on the ground and then just kind of straddle it?
Yes.
That's how you see right into Pandora's box. Oh, that's what I call it.
Clack, 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 clack.
Every time I go out on a date, I check myself in the dick mirror first. I put the mirror on the ground. And I start washing windows. You know, I put a shirt and I throw it between my legs and I go washing windows.
Make sure there's no fuzzies in there.
Or poop.
I got no poop, but I got a bunch of lint. It brings up more questions than anything.
I'm saving this lint.
That's what I call my butthole. The
The
lint
government
trap.
can't tax my lint. Yeah, this movie would have been better with Gary Busey, huh?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
this is long before Motorcycle Accident.
Because it's already a ridiculous movie. Like, lean into it.
Yeah.
You know, get somebody hammy. Because this guy, not only can he not act, he's just got no real charm. I think you said it, dude. He's blonde and he's buff.
Yeah.
Dude, that little
Like-
kid acted better than he did.
Yeah, absolutely. Little Peter.
And I wanted to hit that kid.
Why?
Well, because he's a kid.
He annoyed me.
Derek
How?
wants to hit all
He
the
was all
kids.
like,
Oh, look, my sheep, my pet sheep that was a week old is now 38 and it's dead. Oh.
meh. I guess we could just talk about that. I don't want to go step by step through this movie. It's
No,
too stupid.
Yeah, I don't have the time. I'm not doing it again.
Christopher Lee is
I'll
playing.
fucking leave, dude.
Christopher Lee is playing Miguel,
The
international
terrorist.
terrorist. General terrorist.
He's a general terrorist.
Yes, they do keep calling him general.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's a general of.
Well, he
The-
says it at the very end. He's like,
the
a good
prison.
general knows he can't always win.
Yeah, but what's he a general of?
The prison.
You can't be a general of a prison.
Well,
Generals
he
are for
named
like armies.
general terrorist.
He was in Army,
General
okay,
terrorist.
79, so we still have a little Red Scare kind of thing. I think he's supposed to be from Cuba. He was
because
a
he's
general
Miguel.
over in Cuba, Miguel, you know,
And
just...
Christopher Lee could easily be from Cuba.
yeah,
I
look
love-
look at him and listen to him.
I love
Where
that
you
you
from?
say it the way
Cuba.
I do. You say Cuba.
Cuba.
But basically, he's kidnapped a scientist and he's trying to make a formula that makes you age faster. So
Yep.
you'll age like a couple of months in a day or something like that.
Something like
they
that.
got this idea from watching Big. Like, ooh, let's do that to
No,
everyone.
Big got
They
this
came
idea
out-
from watching
yeah.
this movie.
No, Tom Hanks doesn't steal shit. Move on.
Tom Hanks
If
didn't
you
write
are
Big.
about to besmirch the good name of America's sweetheart,
Tom
I'll
Hanks
leave,
didn't-
dude.
Tom Hanks didn't write Big.
Yeah, yes, he did. He lived it. That's a biography.
I
What
watched
are you
that movie
talking
like
about?
It's a documentary.
That's how he got to Hollywood. That is a real life origin story of how Tom Hanks became an actor.
bosom buddies.
No, Big. He was a child that became an actor that became Tom Hanks. End of story. Move on.
What is it? Precious Story. No, the song, on Big where he's talking on the phone.
Oh,
Sing me
yeah.
the song.
Memories
On the corner of my
mind, like a faded
Picture. Okay.
But he's trying to make everybody old. That's the point.
And they're in California or Northern California, border of Portland,
/ Oregon.
right?
Yeah, I just love it's like they're definitely in California, but then they're definitely in Oregon. And it's like, well, Portland is as far north as you can go in Oregon. It's not anywhere near California.
I mean, I'm betting you that number one's got to be all California.
Oh,
So like, well, number two, he just drives up that coast.
Yeah.
For number three, he was going to be like Mount Rushmore.
You know, the classic Captain America haunt, California.
Yeah, you know all those stories of him fighting surfers.
I don't think he was ever in the West Coast Avengers.
Get off my wave.
California.
But yeah, they're doing the formula and they were going to spray it on everybody and this town is part of it because they're all infected. I don't know. This movie didn't make any sense.
He tested it out on this town, and so he gives them weekly antidotes.
Okay, so this town is a small town of 250 people where they tested it and it was working. So now they are using this town to keep the doctor hostage because if he refuses to do the work, they're going to stop giving the antidote, the weekly antidote to this town. And Derek pointed out while watching, that is so stupid because I hate it, but you have to let this 250 people die
It's the trolley.
so the rest of the country doesn't fucking die.
It's
Yeah.
the moral trolley train.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's the fucking wrath of Khan. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Maybe don't live in a little fucking shithole 250 people town. You know.
Yeah, because like he's like, I can't not work for him. He'll kill all these people. And it's like, well, they just killed Portland.
And yeah, you're about to do a lot worse, dude. And you know what? 1979. How much did Christopher Lee want?
$1 billion.
$1 billion with a B.
Yeah. What's that today? Like 18 kerjillion?
I mean, this is their version of saying kerjillion in 79. Like, what's billion? I mean, it's a real number.
Well,
but
and then
no one's
once
ever
they
heard
tell
of
him
it.
they're not going to give him the money and he shows that he does have the virus, Then he's like, now it's 2 billion.
Yeah. Double.
It's like, the Earth doesn't even have $2 billion.
It didn't even have 2 billion people in 79, did it?
I don't know.
All right, everyone give $1. Everybody on Earth give $1 to Christopher Lee. He's got his 2 billion.
He's got 1.8 billion. Shit, we're short.
Oh, we're so short. All right, one of you rich people give 2.
And Christopher Lee, I'm assuming people know, especially these days, Star Wars and Lord of the Rings.
He played Sauron on Lord of the Rings.
Saruman.
What they said.
Saruman.
Saruman is the wizard. Sauron is the big eyeball creature man.
Oh, that's right.
And he played Count Dooku in Star Wars. And if you want to hear more about that, you can check out Han Took Shots First. It's available anywhere you get podcasts.
Go check it out, guys. Because then I don't have to sit here and hear them.
It's funny when he says that, but she's been on one and then she sat here and heard the other ones recorded.
But then I can sit there and like tone out for a few
And
times.
she's also watched them all with me.
Yeah.
I have. But I like watching them.
I just hate hearing Jack talk about them.
Hey, guys, after this episode, I really kind of want to go out and get a beer. What are you thinking?
I mean, okay, look, the thing is, I deal with beer so much in my life. I want something else. I'm fine with beer, but I want like a stiff cocktail or a nice glass of whiskey.
You know, the music box is just down the way, and you can get an awesome cocktail, or they even have like Tombstone and other great beers on tap.
The music box, where would I find that?
Oh, you mean the music box at 6951 East 22nd Street in
Yeah.
Tucson, Arizona?
Right down there at 22nd and Cole.
Yeah, they've got a great selection of whiskey, gin, tequila, mezcal, other spirits.
Ooh, sometimes they have like pudding shots and jello shots.
You're putting me on.
And depending on the night of the week, we can get karaoke, live music. It's great.
Ooh, on happy hour it's Wednesday. It's on happy hour.
Yeah.
I'm in. You guys are selling me.
Let's go to the Music Box Lounge right
Woo!
now.
Let's go.
And Miguel's sidekick is
Chris
this guy
Kattan.
that looks like Chris fucking Kattan.
Oh my god.
I don't have a Chris Kattan impression. I don't know. Me, I'm annoying.
You guys want some cookies?
Look, everybody thinks I'm funny for some fucking reason.
You, me? You, me? Is it you? Is it me?
I can pantomime it.
He just starts humping Christopher Lee.
See, when he's in the station wagon with Christopher Lee, they're listening to techno, and he accidentally breaks the window with his
What
head.
is love? Chris Lee, don't hurt me. Chris Lee, don't hurt me.
No.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. But he's played by a guy named Stanley Camel? Question mark?
With a K.
Kamel.
Kamel.
Camel? I'm going to go with Camel.
Yeah, I'm too.
Stan Camel.
I recognized
Stammel.
him immediately, and I looked it up, and I was like, oh my god, he's Bruce from Melrose Place.
Yes. Oh my
You guys
God.
say that so fucking common. Like, oh my God, he played Bruce with Melrose. Only
Yeah,
you two know that. And
He's
maybe
the
Vern.
guy who runs the D&D advertising firm. It has nothing to do with Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I was like, this is really setting up to be a stinker of a story.
He's
He's the
Heather Locklear's boss in the
Until
advertising
he's
agency.
killed.
And then he
Whoa,
kills
spoilers
himself.
For Whoa! Spoilers all around.
Yeah, he gets cancer and kills himself or something.
spoilers. It
Wow.
came out in
Wow.
93.
Okay, 3 things I learned. He dies, he got cancer, and he killed himself.
In that order.
All related.
And he left a wife and kid.
Oh, God.
He was also on 90210, so I don't know if that helps or hurts.
We haven't
Hurts,
reached that
Derek.
part yet.
It hurts.
But he's also in Inland Empire, David Lynch.
I don't know what that is.
All right.
I know who David Lynch
it's a
is.
3-hour long David Lynch movie. It's his most bizarre.
Dude, I recently saw a video of David Lynch losing it on a producer on set because the producer was saying the shot was too long. And David Lynch was just like, it'll be as long as it fucking needs to be. It's great.
David Lynch is awesome like that.
I mean, he makes movies that he wants to make. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and if you like him,
Well,
good.
he's
If you
David
don't,
Lynch.
yeah.
I think he's able to do that now.
It's a refreshing thing to have in today's bootlicking, and I'm not blaming anybody that's doing it, but like you have to kiss studio asshole now if you want your movie made.
Yeah.
Well, that's why when he did Twin Peaks: The Return, it was played as season 3 of Twin Peaks on Showtime, but it's really just like an 18-hour movie.
Yeah.
Is all it is. It's a one big long movie that they just cut into multiple episodes. But anyway, he's awesome too. But
I'd love to see David Lynch tackle a fucking Captain America movie for no good reason.
he was supposed to do Return of the Jedi. Well, George Lucas asked him to do Return of the Jedi.
I wouldn't understand it.
I think that was I think he did Dune instead.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if Dune was Return of the Jedi.
I mean, aren't they kind of the same anyway?
I mean, there's spice in both.
Yeah.
There's worms in both.
Titties?
Princesses.
No, there's no titties in Star Wars.
Incest?
Yep. Kinda.
There's no, well,
There's no
there's
incest,
no incest in Dune that I know of.
Not with that attitude.
There would have been in Ridley Scott's version, but that's another story for another podcast. But anyway, so they kidnapped Professor Ilson to make the formula or something. And then Captain America has to go to the docks, just the docks.
Yeah. Yeah.
To get some component or to track some component.
The world's worst boxes at this docks.
Dude,
Oh my God.
He drives his motorcycle through the stack of wooden crates and they just splinter and go everywhere. And I'm like, well, it's a good
They
thing there was nothing in them.
explode.
At the end of this fight scene, he lifts up the fucking forklift. The guy falls out of it, taps the fucking boxes, and just his head is in it.
Yeah.
His head is in a box now.
And they're just boxes full of boxes. They're boxes full of cardboard boxes.
It's a Dr. Seuss doc.
And if you're just shipping cardboard boxes, you know it's a lot more efficient. Fold them bitches down.
Platinum. We ship boxes to you ready to go. You have a terrible business idea. I don't see why.
You get straw and hay with
Do you
it too.
love boxes but hate putting them together?
Do you know how to fold the creases?
Can you follow simple A to B instructions?
Dude,
Probably
it's gonna be
not.
one of those instructions where it's like one of those videos. Is this you? And it's someone like folding a box and falling to their death, like out of their house and impaling themselves on a fucking lawn ornament. Don't let this be you. Get your boxes put together. Your loved ones will thank you.
Oh my God. I really wish that was real.
You got a camera?
I do.
Because I can film this. We're gonna start making infomercials.
Yeah.
Bad commercials, worse people.
They'll be full of CG effects, though. I don't have the money for practical effects.
Do you have the money for CG effects?
I got a computer. I can figure it out.
Oh, Bitcoin,
We have
got
a-
it.
They'll look a lot like Shark Exorcist.
Ooh. I know you like to get wet.
I do.
But anyway, something. He finds this stuff that looks like heroin, but I guess it's just a chemical
it in
for
his
making
crotch?
stuff. So he shoves it in his balls, and then he throws it over a building.
This is the best cocaine delivery ever, dude. This chick pulls up in a convertible Trans Am, sits there, checks her watch, bag of fucking heroin or coke comes landing in the front seat because he yelled shotgun.
Yes.
And she pulls out, dude.
Dude, this bag, it was like was it a gallon baggie?
This would be the quart.
The quart baggie?
If I had to
Okay.
guess.
But it was full
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
of flour.
Brown.
Was it brown?
That's why.
Wheat
That's why I was
flour.
saying heroin because it's
Yeah.
brownish.
It's I
I
don't,
don't
think it's
think
the drugs. I think it's the
It's not a narcotic. It's a component.
yes, the component for this de-aging process.
So it's meth. Because everybody I know that smoked a whole bunch of meth, you look older like real quick.
Yeah.
You know.
well, yeah. I guess was Whitney mentioned.
She's turning ancient. Her teeth are falling out.
Whitney mentioned de-aging, and I guess that's technically what this scientist is doing, right? He's trying to discover a way to stop aging.
Yes.
But his thought process is, well, to figure out how to stop it, you've got to figure out how to speed it
No,
up.
you don't. You can just look at the aging that's happening in everyday life and just go from there.
Look, to cure something, we have to cause it. We're all aging.
I'm
No.
gonna give
I mean,
you-
like fast.
I'm going to give you 37 tumors. And I'm going to try and cure 37 tumors. We'll see how it goes.
But so there was these like goons that are trying to do this drop with the drugs, and I guess they don't notice that one crate is smashed and missing some.
Uh-huh.
So they're driving down the road to do this drop, and they're in a big van also.
It's not the worst drug deal drop I've seen. They're going, let's say, headed east, and they throw a saddlebag or duffel bags full of the drugs out of the moving van on the side of the highway, and a Jeep picks it up and heads west.
Yeah. I mean, it's good.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, why are you going where you just came from? Huh.
Because that road only goes two ways.
It's probably like they're going to turn and go north and south then.
Yeah.
They got a Jeep. They can go off-road somewhere.
That's true. This lady looks like she's doing a cosplay of Robert Muldoon
Yes.
from Jurassic Park. She got them
1,000%.
short khakis, them thick thunder thighs.
She's like, how are you going to deliver those drugs to us?
Oh,
Well, we're just going to do a side-of-the-road drop. Ah, clever boy.
So clever, Captain. This chick bugged me because she's a terrible actress.
Her emotionless deliverance.
I looked her up, and the one role I knew her from, she's a Bond girl.
Makes sense.
O'Toole Plenty O'Toole is her fucking character's name.
So she's got Plenty O'Toole?
Yeah, or you can give her Plenty O'Toole.
Man.
It's just like the worst, stupidest names, dude. What's your last name? Job. First name's Reem Job.
That's way more subtle than any of theirs ever were. We got like what, Pussy Galore?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. Dover. Ben Dover.
I've never
A
met
lot
a
of
woman named
vagina.
Ben. Well, my last name's Dover.
So, what's your last name, madam? Job. Yep. We're moving on.
She's Irish, so it would be, it's all job.
It's Job. Blow Job.
Bullo job.
BLO Job. I use my initials. BLO Job.
So Captain America's painting a cat.
Second best part of the movie.
He's got this cat literally like posing on a rock, and he's like talking to it while he's painting it. And these thugs who were there the night before doing the drug drop show up, and they're like, let's go rough him up
Yeah.
for some reason.
They really don't want him there.
We don't
want him
understand
being a
yet, but it's
pussy.
because this town is not welcome to outsiders because of the whole criminal element.
Oh, they
Yes.
got him tracked too. Like, not tracked. They're like on the walkie-talkie. Like, hey, when did this guy come into town? She's like, oh, at 1:30 in the morning, and he hasn't left yet. Huh, suspicious. So, like, if you come into this town, they got you clocked. Eat your fucking pie, get your gas, get the fuck out.
Yeah. This is a town for refueling.
They even as they're intimidating him, like, he's got this beautiful painting of a cat, and to intimidate him, this guy just draws a set of glasses on
Like
the
Harry
cat.
Potter
Like Harry
glasses.
Potter glasses, and he's like, I can give you the same treatment. It's like, what? Can I get like a daisy on my right cheek, and then maybe like, I don't know, crescent moon on my left side?
Ooh,
I
paint
was
me like
thinking-
Spider-Man. I love Hot Fuzz.
I was thinking he was going to dip his balls in the paint and then teabag him.
That would be great. All right, while you unzipping, we're gonna assert some dominance real quick.
Yes.
I do like the intimidating dialogue this guy's supposed to have because Captain America, Steve Rogers. I don't like calling this guy either of those things.
No, but
We'll call him Reb
Rib.
that's even dumber though. Like
Brown.
everything they're supposed to call this guy, I'm not happy about.
Brown.
Brown.
He's the brown note.
Oh, he is. When he talks, like it's real shitty.
But he's talking about painting the cat and stuff, and the guy's like, "Well, paint it somewhere else." And he's like, "Yeah, well, Heathcliff likes being here." And he says a line. It's like, "That cat has legs. Pick him up and take him somewhere else." I'm like,
Right?
that those don't connect. Like that's not an intimidating line. One, which it's supposed to be. Two, if the cat has legs, it can walk somewhere else.
You don't need to pick him up and take him anywhere. Also, it's a cat. Don't tell it what to do.
That cat doesn't have legs. Pick him up and take him somewhere else makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Sorry, he's not feeling well. His leg hurts. Well, you've got legs.
There you go. See.
Look at Jack punching shit up again.
Well, it's not hard to punch this up. This is like the worst script I've ever read or seen be read on screen.
So he takes the cat to the vet for some reason. Oh,
Oh,
because
'cause
they
it's-
know that the vet has something to do with.
Yeah, because he was
Because he's
told-
talking to this other scientist, Dr. Simon
Amadeus.
Mills, which is
Uh-huh.
played by the
They tell him
guy we didn't talk about from Silver Streak, and then that girl.
the guys that are
Yeah,
roughing him up
yeah.
are the ones telling him their vet's out of town. You got to leave.
But he ends up going to this vet because the next thing is he goes in and there's like a line outside the vet's office, and he's
No
like,
animals.
"That's weird."
But so that's why they were, as soon as he said, I'm going to go see the vet, they kind of like, nope, he's out.
Yep.
Knowing he's not out. It's our
Oh,
guy.
that's why, because he said he's out, but he's not. Okay, got
That's
it.
what I was saying.
I got you.
Why?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. I get it. I'm just slow.
You only listen to men. I understand.
What?
You only listen to men is what she said.
What?
No, I said it. You have to understand when I say it. That's how it works.
But he takes the cat in and he's like, "Oh, I think my cat has a broken coleoptera or something."
Uh-huh.
And the vet like checks him out, and at first I was just like, "God, all these actors are bad." The vet's just like picking up its leg, like, "Oh, seems fine to me."
Yeah, I could put him in a brace.
Yeah. And then when he's leaving, the vet goes and like looks up coleoptera or whatever the fuck I said in that book, and it turns out, as Steve Rogers says later, if any vet doesn't know that a coleoptera is just a basic beetle, then you can't trust. Like, what?
The beetle walks by. What did you just call me? Did you call me a basic beetle? Motherfucker, I'm a dung beetle.
The fuck does a vet need to know about beetles for?
Because
Oh,
you-
my beetle broke its thorax.
You
My
know
coleoptera broke his Oreomopta.
because
I don't know.
any vet would know that it's not a bone. That's what he's
I
going.
don't know. Coleoptera sounds like something.
I
else.
thought he
to
said
Derek's point, though, it's
something like
funny.
collarbone.
It's in this book. Like it's in this veterinarian medical book.
It's
like,
actually
you're
just
gonna
the
have to fix
big
a
book of.
beetle?
It's actually just the big book of animals. He just wasn't pushing the. On the pages where you can push. It's like the cow says moo. The coleoptera says.
Good beetle scary noise.
I know, right?
It's like a Frank Welker over here.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's how you get a fucking. They say you get golden bed sheets.
I don't want a golden bed sheet.
I
It's
do.
so uncomfortable.
I do if I'm rich.
Not for
I'm
just-
uncomfortable. I'm gonna go to my other house.
Yeah, I do want one. It's not to sleep on.
I'm going to the other bedroom. The other
Where
wing.
I have silver sheets.
This doesn't work either. You just keep going down. Eventually, you're just like
Turquoise!
what-
Turquoise sheets!
These aluminum sheets are awful.
All right,
Bamboo is my
Parchment
favorite.
paper is not that bad.
We were getting closer to bamboo at that point, right? So.
Get you some good bamboo sheets.
I don't deserve
Wait, you mean
it.
parchment paper like for baking, or parchment like the paper you would write on with a quill?
Oh, I meant for baking, but now I'm
okay.
thinking about the other one.
Fuck. All right, Captain, let's go.
But
Whitney's
basically,
over this already, dude. She wants to wrap it up and give no recommendations.
basically, the mom, the kid Pete, the mom is Helen. I think
Sure.
Justice.
Katherine Justice is her real name. Helen Moore is her movie name, or
Yeah.
something.
Switch that
Dumb.
around, dude.
Yeah.
Who's Captain America interested in? Catherine Justice.
Captain Justice.
Catherine Justice. Captain was my father. Don't call me that.
But those two and the vet are all basically just like, hey, you should go check out Greenwood. It's another town that's not here.
It's
Get
dope.
the fuck out.
Get the fuck.
fuck off out the model
away.
village, dude.
Jack at this point was like, just fucking leave, bro.
Yeah.
Get the
Sorry,
fuck out,
I
bro.
tried to help your town. You went Marky Mark, though, for a second.
I did.
Hey, I can't fucking bang your mom, so I'm fucking gone.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you what, though. No Asians in this town? Looking up. Maybe we'll fucking save it. Bro, you got 250 nice white people.
He
And
does.
some aging really old. Whoa.
Did you say aging or Asian?
Aging.
Okay, good. Just checking, bro.
Animals that age really
thought I was gonna have to
fast.
fucking hit you.
He's dropping an Asian serum?
It's gonna turn everybody into what?
Oh my god! And then
Get him before he gets to Boston.
We gotta stop him here, bro. California's one thing, but Boston, don't fucking tread on me unless I'm paying for it.
But he does talk to Captain America. Talks to Helen again at some point because they have like a quote unquote romance. I mean,
will they? Won't they?
it's closer to romance than we see in any MCU movies,
for sure.
other
For
than
sure.
between
Zed-
Black Widow and the Hulk.
Uh-huh.
But even then, they don't ever
Aw.
kiss.
Yeah, talk
well,
about
you
a
got
size
MJ
queen.
and.
But do they ever even kiss?
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
I gotta go
Upside
watch all
down. They
those
share
movies
that
again.
upside down kiss.
Oh, different movie. I said MCU.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
tell you
talking
this.
about Zendaya. So
Oh.
I love her.
You can love her all you want. She's fine. But no, this movie is more has more sex in it than The Rock. Than
Like the movie The
actor,
Rock or the actor The Rock?
Than anything The Rock has been
Anything
inside
The Rock
of.
has
Yes.
made after Pain and Gain.
Yes.
But
I
he's
was
talking
thinking,
to
I was
her.
like,
I know. As
I mean, you
said
are
it, I
right
was like,
because there is
You
no
are right
making
because
out
Sean
in
Connery
Sean Connery.
didn't fuck any of
no,
those
but we
dudes.
see Nicolas Cage fuck what's Darla.
Oh.
Losers go home and complain about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. Darla was the prom queen.
We need to watch The Rock again.
That's when they're on the top of the building. He's like, "Oh, naughty pigtails, naughty, naughty," and everyone realized I don't want to fuck Nick Cage. Like you watch that scene, you're like, "Well, I still like you. I ain't fucking you."
I might.
I still would.
I would. I'd put
But
on
he's
pigtails.
talking to Helen, and basically he's like, everybody in this town is either angry or afraid, or they want me to leave. And that's when she's kind of like, look, there's just some shit going on. You need to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Just leave people alone.
And then he becomes like friends with the family and helps the kid out.
Uh huh.
And then the kid stumbles upon this dead sheep.
Uh-huh.
That's-
Whitey.
Oh, little old Whitey. I know it's Whitey because he got his leg on a barbed wire. And now he's dead.
It's
Someone sprinkled water on this kid's face to make him look like he's crying, but other than that, he's doing more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Because like he's actually hitting tones and deliveries.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, and it's because they say that he had a pet lamb, and this is a dead sheep.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's impossible.
He's only been gone a
Oh.
couple weeks.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's that Asian thing.
But there is in there, or I think it's at this point, some goons come and basically start harassing Captain America. And they're like, you're going to come with us. And they all have baseball bats and shit.
Yep.
And he's not in costume, so he wants to be low profile. That's what I thought.
Well, he does, because then he goes around a corner.
Well, it's still the
nobody
middle
can
of this
see.
town of 8 people or whatever. But
Yeah, they're all
250.
they're all taking a shit at this moment.
They know to mind their own business.
They do.
Like, oh my God, there's 5 guys beating up that one white guy. Let's
Don't look.
leave it alone. Martha, get inside. Martha. Martha?
wait, Captain America's mom's name is Martha too?
No, it's his name of his fucking fleshlight.
Oh God, no.
And it's because it's Batman's mom.
Martha. Yeah, dude. Oh, Martha.
But these guys have baseball bats and they keep like poking at him and shit. And he's like, hey, you should probably stop that. And the one guy hits him a little bit and he's like, strike 3, you're out. That's the only like
He swings this
line.
guy at the other guys.
I know. There's
Yeah.
nothing
He
better
uses-
than hitting a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
He hits 4 motherfuckers with 1 motherfucker.
I
That's
like
good
that.
motherfucking ratio.
and it's a decent little fight scene for what we've been watching.
But your voice is the way your voice, like, it's a decent fight scene. We're being Stockholmed.
We are.
Well, I'm
we being
trying to
lamist?
keep in
We're being
mind
lamist, dude.
I'm trying to keep in mind that we're watching a TV movie from 1979 and not a movie that cost $250 million that was made 5 years ago.
Sure.
You know what?
Sure.
Point to DirkA.
They probably spent
Point to DirkA,
$80,000 on this movie.
Point to DirkA, yes, but also we did. I can still be mad.
Point to Jack.
I can still be upset that we watched this. We watched the
Nuh-uh.
shorter version.
Point to DirkA.
We'd still be watching that
I'm
other
pointing
one.
at you.
At least it would
I'm
feel
pointing
like
at
it.
you.
This felt like 3-hour movie.
It did. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It felt so.
I just
How
kept
many
waiting.
times did I have to stand up because I thought I was falling asleep?
I don't know. I fell asleep while trying to watch. It's like waiting for Daniel Day-Lewis and he never comes out.
And then you did say that, and I was like, yeah, but the thing is, we didn't know it was spelled DAE, and that is Dave right there.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
But I like he finishes the fight by basically luring these guys up onto someone's patio and then smashing out the supports for the patio so they all fall off.
Oh, look, Harold, that kid turned our patio into a slide.
Oh, how did he know I just got into a wheelchair and needed a ramp?
That is a hell of a way to get out, though. All right, going to the store. Wah!
I gotta get back up here somehow.
You made a
You
great
put a rope
point.
at the end of it.
You made a great point. It's a great way to get furniture fucking up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a great little slide, dude. I mean, all of a sudden, your kids are like really happy to leave for school. Bye,
Like,
Mom. Whee!
Skateboard that shit, bitch.
So they slide down and then you burn it so they can't get back.
You're orphans.
Were there skateboards in '79?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the way that we know.
With
Right.
the
They were
tail
the
and
the big
like the
weird ones,
surfboard.
right?
Or even littler. Like
Or the super
the
little ones
really,
where you
really
got your
small
1
ones.
foot.
Yeah. I mean, but I think at this
A
point, I mean, we're talking
strapless
like what,
skate.
Dogtown and Z-Boys, kind of
Yeah.
that fishtail.
Yeah.
It was much more land surfing than what we know, because the tricks they're doing now are absurd compared to back then. It was like, here's a really cool trick. I put my hand on the ground and I turn fast. Everyone's like, whoa, wild.
What?
And now they're like, I'm going to turn 18 times before I land.
I'm going to kick flip while I flip this egg. And when I get done with this tasty little trick, here's an omelet.
Somehow I cooked it.
Oh, shit. Are you allergic to scallions? Second omelet.
I could do it again.
I could do a fucking cake flip, bro.
But the little kid is telling Captain America about how his mom was a show writer and stuff. And I only want to mention it because he says that his mom went to the Dixon Horse Show.
Dude, I
Dicks
looked
and
up, I was like,
Whores.
the Dicks and Horse Show? First of all, how absurd. Second of all, what are tickets on average?
Oh, didn't he also say?
And third, where's it at?
Didn't he also say my mom lost her special look when she stopped going like?
Yeah,
being at the
she's not
Dixon
happy
Horse?
anymore because she's not at her Dixon Horse show.
You know what that means?
She always had the VIDP tickets.
she hasn't had excitement between her legs since she quit riding horses.
Woo!
My mom looks like she hasn't orgasmed in a while. Whoa.
Well, she also quit riding.
Patrick.
She also quit riding horses when his dad died.
Yeah.
So
Had her dad die, she rode him to death.
I wouldn't mind going
I'm
out
just
that
saying,
way.
dude, just be careful having sex with chicks that ride horses. They're in.
They got some thighs.
They're ready for things that you can't give them. Like you think you measure up to a horse, and I'm not talking penis. I'm talking about fucking the size of you and the stamina that you don't have compared to a horse. Look
at least
out,
I know
buddy.
that. At least I know that she can straddle me and not be uncomfortable.
That's true. That's true. It helps for a big fellow like us. She can fit.
I do like the main goon whose name is like Statler or something.
Yeah, I think
Statler and
Stanley?
Waldorf. Is that the
Yeah.
other one? No, those are the Muppets.
Harry Dean Stanton.
They kept saying Statler, I think, and all I could think of was Statler and Waldorf. So I'm just
Oh, I
thinking
don't
of
know.
those two old men on the balcony.
Hey, look
yelling
at that. Everyone's going to be as old as us. Oh!
just yelling at Captain America.
Maybe it was, and because that's when Sesame Street came out. Was in the 70s.
It's
They're from the
Muppets, though.
Muppets.
Oh,
Which, 79, Muppets are out.
were they?
Yeah, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, because
Muppets in space.
I told you guys
was
during
like
the
the
Labyrinth, he started
90s.
making that shit in high school.
Yeah.
Okay,
And he got the voice from George Lucas
I
himself.
do remember that.
But
I expect royalties, bitch.
just George Lucas calling fucking Jim Henson bitch.
Bitch better have my green. Oh, you think it's a funny voice now? Well, I'm going to sue your ass in this voice.
I'm gonna be my own fucking lawyer.
I'm going to digitize Sebulba to be my lawyer, and he's going to get you. He's going to say, Sebulba, get him!
I'm adding some tauntauns into the back of this fucking courtroom.
Judge, if we can stop for a minute, and I'm going to have your bailiff wear a red pauldron, just a red pauldron right there, have some dewbacks walking behind here.
You sir are in contempt of court.
Oh,
But Christopher Lee tells Statler, under no circumstances is Mr. Rogers to leave this town. And I was like, Mr. Rogers?
You better keep Mr. Rogers in his neighborhood, bitch.
I mean, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood is probably in this town.
beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It's probably closer to Portland. I don't know
I
why
think he was like
that.
the Midwest.
Was he?
I think. I don't know.
He had
Fuck
a
do I know?
trolley. He was in fucking San Francisco.
Oh, it could be Nolans.
But it was a ferry trolley.
No, well, maybe.
I think he was like a public access guy before he was famous in like Ohio.
Well, look,
or
we're going to move on, but if
Pennsylvania.
you know, send us an email. Go
Yeah.
Yeah,
on.
send us an email.
Please.
badmoviesworstpeople@gmail.com and say, listen, idiot.
God, it says it right there. I bet you Brandon knows.
He probably does.
But he gets arrested for assaulting 5 men and then immediately breaks out of prison.
I do like the guy. He's like, you have charges against you. He's like, I beat up 5 guys. Like, you really
Really?
think that I came out? And he's like, well, that's what this little piece of paper says.
And that cop is like, well, since your arm is as big as 2 of them, yes.
Dude, you got Popeye forearms, but attached to Popeye biceps.
Skip a day, never skip leg day.
Like, this guy could give The Rock a run for his money, muscle-wise.
Muscle-wise.
Probably not fighting-wise.
No, and you know what? This is 79 muscle, so it's even more impressive to me.
Because it's no steroids.
Because no steroids, and it's not even like there's very little science. This guy lifts, and that's about it. He's not eating finger quote superfoods and doing all these. Now that we have these radical things like fuck, goddamn, I forget the name of the stupid Marvel movie, The Eternals.
Yeah.
Camille.
Yeah.
What the fuck is his name?
Nanjiani.
Nanjiani, thank you. I actually love the actor. I'm just really
I
bad
do.
with names. Camille Nanjiani. He even says like everyone's like, "You got rocked." He's like, "Dude, I just listened to what the fuck they told me." He's like, "It's Marvel. They have people for this. Eat this. Work out now." And he looks chiseled for it. So good
Yeah.
job.
He's
No,
fucking
he-
rocked in that movie.
He really
Same dude,
is.
same dude, or same thing was with the guy that played Adam Warlock in Guardians 3. He's like, I just did exactly what they told me.
Or
Oh,
Chris
the Joker
Pratt?
guy.
No, not Chris Pratt.
No, also Chris Pratt.
Oh,
he
yeah.
got fucking ripped for Guardians of the Galaxy
Yeah.
from fucking, I mean, quote unquote fat guy on Parks
the
and
He
Rec.
chubby
was,
guy in
yeah,
Parks and
finger
Rec?
quote fat guy is correct.
Hey, have you guys ever heard of Patreon?
I think I have.
Yeah, I think it's like a royal guard.
It's that maybe, but also it's a website where podcasters and other creators can get people to give them money for making their product.
You mean
Go
we
on.
can get paid for this?
Kind of. For a mere $3 a month, you, loyal listener, can feed or get drunk a starving podcaster.
I feel like we need some like Sarah McLachlan behind this kind of. I will remember you.
I almost did with arms wide open. I was like, that's not the song.
That's how you get people to not give you money.
So check it out. Patreon.com/worstpeople. That's WORSE. $3 a month. You get access to exclusive episodes. Find us, love us, support us. Thank you.
Sharks of the Corn? Virus shark? Cocaine shark? Sharktopus? Yeah, those are all real movies. Join me, Steve Coates, as each week I take a comedic look at the bizarre world of sharksploitation cinema on Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast.
But he escapes jail basically immediately by bending the bars and getting out.
Okay, I was
And
going to ask
love-
how he got out.
Yeah, because you got up and went, but he just bent the bars and escaped. But I love the Statler or one of the fucking goons calls
There's no
Christopher
marks
Lee,
on it.
and he's like, hey, Captain America just broke Steve Rogers out of jail.
That's the only logical explanation.
Well, because they see the motorcycle driving away with Captain America, but there's not another dude on it.
Yeah.
So it would just be like, I think Steve Rogers is Captain America, dude.
Nope. That's not how. The bad guys don't think that way.
He
Derek.
broke him out. He just didn't drive him away.
Yeah, they're a bunch of dummies.
All right, I got you out. Everybody gets one. Now you got to go run off on your own.
He paged me. I owed him a favor. That
Everybody
one time
gets
in
one.
Vegas with the hooker, he helped me out.
Woo.
And then they have this convoy of Jeeps, chasing
Convoy.
Captain America across a dam. And then another convoy
Is it
of
a
Jeeps.
goddamn?
Not,
Oh my God. Get off the dam.
No. What?
So he's driving down the
I'm
dam.
Bruce Dern. Get off the dam.
Oh, get off the fucking dam. This is my dam.
That's what it sounded like when you did
He's
it.
on the dam.
It's on that damn dam.
Because she's the one lady's on the walkie with the other guy.
Tool.
Yes. And they're just on the dam. We're on the dam now. We're getting on the dam now.
Oh, if
We're
you
on
played
the
a
dam.
quick drinking game to dam, you're fucked
You're
right now.
Fucked.
But I love it because he's like, he uses his motorcycle to rocket jump over the Jeeps, but then somebody like shoots him or does something.
No,
and so
he
he
just-
veers off.
No,
he
no, no.
just veers.
No, Derek's right. He does. Okay, so it's a weird edit where he jumps over everybody, but somebody shoots at him, and it should be somebody behind him, but the bullet hits the
Windshield?
shield on the front.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden he turns the bike, and I thought he was gonna ride down the wall.
So
of the
did
So
dam,
did I.
But he
But-
fuction hits and crashes and
It
explodes.
bounces.
And they latched a dummy onto this fucking
You
motorcycle
really
and
latched
just
a dummy.
hucked it off a fucking dam.
And that made husband
Hey,
happy.
that's a damn dummy.
Yeah. he hits and he smashes and he falls in the water, and basically the guy like shoots like 3 or 4 times and is like, he can't survive that. Let's
Ain't
go.
nobody get that. She looks like she's gonna
He's
say
clearly
something.
never
She's like,
seen Waterworld.
Yeah, you're right. Well, dude, not many people have.
Well, that's true. But also like
Not enough people have, I should say.
he's like, he can't survive in that river.
Yeah. No way.
I
He's
do,
definitely dead.
I do remember watching this when he's driving down the dam, and Derek's like, "Yeah, right." Until he fucking jumps off the side of the thing and goes down.
Yeah, I was like, he's gonna
into the-
rappel down like fucking Goldeneye.
And then, sure enough, he jumps
didn't
over
rappel,
the
though.
side and
He
bounces.
just-
He doesn't have any IQ.
Yeah.
Captain America has no gadgets.
This guy also doesn't have any IQ.
He does not.
Were you calling me a fucking idiot?
Hey, I know what I'm doing with a motorcycle accident. You ever walked away from one with minimal brain
I
damage?
didn't even think of that until you said that. This guy has a motorcycle accident and he looks like Gary Busey.
He comes out of it very changed.
Yeah, afterwards he's just screaming at people and like I don't know, murdering. I don't know what Gary Busey does now.
Hey, kid, I want you to cut some holes in those loaves of bread. I'm going to make loafers and put them on my feet.
Give me 2 meatball subs and I'm gonna cut holes in them and make them into shoes.
You know the great thing about meatball subs? One size fits all.
Ooh, there was a movie he did with meatball subs. Unless you guys just
Yeah,
talked
that's
about
what we were
that, I'm
talking
sorry.
about. Point Break.
I was talking to roommate.
I mean, we didn't say Point Break until that, but
But we're there now.
meatball subs.
Sorry.
I was just talking about him putting bread in his feet and calling them loafers.
But you said Gary Busey and bread, and I went to meatball subs because give me a meatball sub. 2.
Papadopoulos.
I
whatever
could
his
not
name
eat
is.
2 meatball subs.
Oh, I could.
Not back to back.
Oh, I could do it.
Well, they were for stakeout. They were stakeout subs.
I'm gonna take those subs and put them ass to ass.
They were stakeout subs. You eat one now and one later.
Oh, I haven't had that brand. Is that like Subway? Steakhouse subs?
Yeah, except for their bread's made out of food.
Shots fired.
But anyway, that happens. And then the Christopher Lee's like, okay, they're not going to pay me. Well, release the fucking gas. And they have this plane that does like skywriting over Portland.
I actually like this part because it's
That was a
super
beautiful
fucking
ass.
evil and nefarious. The fucking biplane writes "smile" in this poisonous smoke, which of course everybody in town's looking up like, huh. Like, well, I like that it's an evil thing. What I don't like is people in town are all smile.
Yeah, some guy was like, Smill?
Smile. Have you? None of you fucking hicks have ever read the word smile.
And the
What
one,
the fuck is an S-mile?
I got it with the S and the M.
I think he went to put 5 mile.
Well, I saw S&M and I was like, yeah, Christopher Lee wasn't a metal band, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's just advertising.
No.
S&M.
I was like,
But no, yeah,
Let's
it's Smile. And there's some lady that's like, aren't you going to smile like it says?
oh, wait, stop.
Wait. It's the first time a woman told a guy to smile.
Oh, fuck, it is.
Hey,
Oh,
honey,
I
you
see.
should smile more.
Honey, you look so much prettier when you smile.
That's how her laugh is.
I think, okay. I'm glad you clarified that because I was like, bitch, for all the women, I'm about to punch you for that.
No, that was just this lady. She
Hey,
was
for
annoying
all
me.
the men, I'll take it.
But he does stop her from crossing the street. He's like, wait, there's something wrong with this. It's dissipating.
Yeah, you've never seen shit like fall like that.
But I
And
just
now
love-
it's fog in the town.
Yeah, this thing is like, what, a mile above the fucking town, and all of a sudden Portland is covered in fog, and I'm like, well, smile is not a long enough word. You need to be writing like poetry if you're trying to gas the entire
The
city
word
of Portland.
poetry.
You need to
right?
No,
very
like an
minimally-
actual poem.
Oh, I would write cellar door in cursive.
Oh, hey, that's the most beautiful word of the English language.
Look up there. It's the most beautiful. Oh!
I'm dying.
Why-
I'm getting older.
why
Bro,
is-
they fucking breathed in that rapid Asian.
Why is cellar door?
It was from Donnie Darko and J.R.
I still
Tolkien.
don't understand why it's
Something
The
like-
look of it.
The look, and then like the way, something about the way
Words,
it's said.
especially Tolkien is a student of language, which is why he created Black speech. He created Elvish. He created Dwarvish, like because he's a
I
linguist.
think the minstrels, or the what are they, minstrels, not minstrels, minstrels in the old fucking blackface movies created black
Black
speech.
speech.
but-
Sorry, Orcish.
Okay.
Black speech is not the preferred nomenclature, apparently, dude.
apparently not.
but
Also,
no.
minstrels,
Yeah, minstrels were the
minstrels.
min.
Yeah,
Minstrels?
minstrels come out of your legs. Well, that's not how science
I don't think
works.
he understands how a period works.
I'm out of light beers. I've been drinking heavy things. So Captain America is hiding at this lady's house, and she comes in, and he's like, "I hid my van in your barn."
Whoa, did you use lube first?
Never.
You can't just hide a van in a barn.
Yes.
You gotta ask somebody before you go just parking
Do
in
you
their
want
barn.
my bike in your trunk?
I hope you have room. I hope you got a big trunk because I'm going to put my bike in it.
Oh, you dirty. Yes, I know the movie.
So this is when he finds out the lab is in this weird town, and they're getting antidote shots. And so he starts creeping around the vet's car, and I
This
love
is
that
the
people.
exposition dump. You got it.
And people are walking by, watching him like check the tires of this vet's car, and they're just like, "I'm not going to talk about that."
Nope.
Yeah.
Like
Let's
it's
keep
this
on
town.
going.
It's this town
Get
that's
in
been
the
like,
house, Martha.
Your fucking business.
it's this town that's been like, no strangers, no outsiders, get out of here. And then there's a stranger outsider who's lurking around a guy's car, and they're like, "Huh." But he did put on a weird like Children of the Corn Jebediah hat.
This guy has a fucking 2024 hipster band. He's opening for Mumford or the Sons.
Yeah, he's wearing a Canadian tuxedo
He's
here,
wearing a
isn't
Canadian tuxedo with like a fucking Montana cowboy hat. Fucking,
Yes, he is.
What is it? Nathaniel Ratliff and the Night Sweats would love to have him.
he? Yes.
So then he goes. They figure out where the jail is, basically
By way of him tasting tires.
Yeah, he's like, it smells like tar. Is there a road? And they have the little wheelie thing and whatever. They figure out it's this jail. So the jail is where Christopher Lee has been hiding because he had a
Fuck,
line
this is-
early in the movie.
Sorry, this is closer to him being Batman. Like he's doing the world's greatest detective.
That's what this more is.
it is.
Honestly.
It is. It's Batman during the day.
yeah.
It's Dayman.
Defender of the night, man. Protector of
No,
Or
master of
champion
champion
of the
of
sun.
karate and friendship for everyone.
Champion of,
the sun.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Let's watch that show.
Okay.
Yes.
Fuck,
Let's
I'll
watch
do
it all right
I'll
now.
do an
Ooh,
episode
let's
on that.
do it.
Just hit pause on this and delete it.
Let's do a Dayman podcast. Meaning Charlie Day.
Oh yeah.
But so they figure out where the jail is, and it's Folsom Prison is the jail they're using. And Christopher Lee mentioned earlier in the movie, the American government would never think to look for the great terrorist Miguel in prison.
An American prison.
Do you know what irony is? Because I'm going to lay it on for you thick.
Somebody call Alanis Morissette. I need to teach her a thing or two.
She has one hand in her pocket. The other one's be writing down this song.
So Captain America breaks into jail,
I
and
already broke out.
Christopher Lee is like, so this I don't understand. Big question mark around this whole scene.
Just
He
this
tells
one?
Chris Kattan to to gas the dogs with a triple
No,
dose
he doesn't
of
say
the
gas.
aging serum. Yeah, no, he says give them a triple dose of the aging serum, and then he says use the gas version because it'll work faster.
Oh.
But he tells it, which is just actually a spray bottle.
It's 100% what I have on my couch to get the cats away.
But he's like, so something triple aging serum makes dogs more violent? ?
Also, I thought it was because it was gonna get on him and make him age and die.
No, I think it's supposed to be generic, like it makes the dogs angrier and more aggressive, and they're gonna fuck him up, kind of
I
thing.
guess
It's
because
not
Okay.
they feel themselves aging so fast they get mad about it.
sure. I'm not a science.
I mean, our dog is older and she's crankier now. She yells
That's
at
true.
anybody that comes in the house when
But
I'm
your dog
sitting
is
on the
also
couch.
at a size that Captain America would probably punt her.
She is at that size, but
Yeah.
she's got a great bark. She doesn't like yip 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 or pat 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 like the other one.
Who barks like a fucking M1 Garand?
Sedona. Sedona goes.
I didn't realize that your second dog barks like a fucking World War II rifle.
But Candy's got, for as little of a dog she is, she's got a big bark.
Yeah. She's a grower.
So he gets in there and he releases the professor, and he looks out the window and sees Miguel, and it's these little like
Sorry,
anti-suicide
we do have to talk
windows.
about real quick the professor's fucking pause. Are you Professor Lee or whatever his name is? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Well, it's not just a pause though. He looks Captain America up and down. It's like, are you Professor so and so? And he looks at him and he's like, blue leotard.
Here's what happened.
Motorcycle helmet. Do I talk to this guy?
Here's what happened. The actor didn't read the script, and he's like, I'm in a what movie? All of a sudden, Captain America came on set, and he just looked up and down like,
He's like, all I've worked with at this point is Christopher Lee and Christopher Kattan.
there was these dogs here earlier. Now there's a guy in a fucking motorcycle helmet with wings on it.
I'm going the other way. I'm saying this was the first shot taken. And he's like, shit, what's my line?
And Captain America is getting around this prison.
Yes.
Captain America is getting around this prison by driving his motorcycle up and down the hallway.
Love that part.
And like,
Oh,
and like
wait.
he breaks into the prison and rides the motorcycle. That makes sense. He gets to an office and looks at the map to figure out where he is. He's like, okay, that's the Orange Julius, so that's not where they have the professor.
Oh, they have a Journeys. I can get some combat boots.
Oh, I need to go. I do need to stop by Spencer's before I leave, but first I'm going to get the professor.
Look what they had. World's most #1 Captain America. Look at this mug.
I
They
do.
had a Captain America dildo.
I do have to say, when he's leaving from the professor, there was a real chuckle laugh from all three of us at how he left this building, because there are stairs with a guardrail.
Oh my God. I was like, what is
Oh.
she talking about?
Yeah,
Yes.
because he
yes,
sees
yes.
Miguel leaving in the station wagon,
Yes.
so he goes to chase him out.
I got to make up some time. Whee!
Yeah, he sits on the fucking handrail of the stairs and slides down like an 8-year-old.
Oh my God.
Justice never rests.
Whee! You got all work, no play makes Jackie a dull boy.
It's Captain America, a dull boy.
Makes Cappy a
Here's
dull
Cappy.
boy.
But this is when he gets the motorcycle and he puts the shield on the front, kind of. So we see that
Gotcha.
because he had it hidden behind some boxes. All
Oh,
these
it
brown
was so
boxes
hidden.
with this bright blue
It
motorcycle.
was
Dude.
a pallet.
We talked about it while he was trying to like sneak around this thing. It's like it's daylight, and
Oh,
you're in
it's
red,
super
white,
daylight.
and blue. Like you wouldn't fucking believe.
He's blue.
Like
with
you are,
hints of red.
you are sticking out, dude. Like a Smurf, like a 6-foot Smurf. That's what you are.
He is.
Look
He
at
is
that
a
ripped
six-
ass Smurf over there. What's he
Huh.
doing?
How much acid did you give us today?
That must be Lifty Smurf. Fucking rocked.
Just because you said how much acid did you give me today, I read a story
Normal amount.
about the apparently, and this is like a story that Reb Brown told. He came out dressed as Captain America somewhere when they were shooting, and there was like a drunk, like homeless guy there, and the guy like kind of looked at him and like kind of fell back off the wall a little bit, and was like, I need to quit drinking. And then like when he got up and like rubbed his eyes and looked back and saw he was still there, he's like, or not.
Oh, look at this. It's a fucking star-spangled boner. I've got red, white, and blue balls. Look at you over there. You're beautiful. Captain America. Look at this. I'm going to rub it all over you.
Okay, Cosby, thank you for stopping by.
I'll put a little something in your drink. I'm putting it in right now.
I meant to put it in your drink.
You know what?
I think
I
I
know.
put it in mine.
You can
put
take
it
me to jail.
With a D.
I know.
'Cause it's
But he
pudding.
sounds like he put it in his drink.
Yeah, I put it in myself. You can just take me to Jello.
But to escape Jello, Captain America throws his motorcycle on top of this wall. And it's clearly on a string because it's the same thing as the shield earlier. It goes up and you can see it
I
like
actually
swinging
wonder
back
if
and
this
forth.
is a reverse shot.
It looks like a reverse
Did
shot.
they have it up there and then craned it up and then dropped it down?
And
Well,
that's
they
what
might
it
have. They
looks
definitely
like.
did that with him jumping up.
That's why I thought they did it for the bike too.
But either way, with the bike when it's going down, you
'Cause
can
the
see
way
it
it
like
sits.
shaking on the string
Yeah,
when it's
yeah.
landing.
The way it sits and just like sits perfectly and is it still? Like I agree with
Yeah, they probably did.
Jackie
I'm
boy
Jack.
over there.
Yeah, I'm Jack.
But he jumps off the wall of this prison, which is how high is the wall of a prison? 50 feet?
I'd say 50.
Yeah, 50 sounds about right.
And then he
I'm
turns
not an
his,
architecture.
he turns his motorcycle into a hang glider and flies away.
So
off
you-
of a 50-foot wall.
I get
But
your problem.
it has the jet engine.
But Derek's saying in the amount of time it is for you to drop from a 50-foot wall to the ground, you should not have time to deploy a hang glider, hit the rockets, and take off.
Well,
and
You are
get it all
correct.
out.
Especially in the way they're showing it deploy, because it looks like a parachute coming out at first.
It's
a
back to-
very long, it's a 2-minute long segment of this thing coming out.
It's back to Waterworld when he hits that switch and the kite comes out of the fucking boat.
Yeah.
And now he's out running the fucking smokers.
yeah,
It's like that, but not good.
100%.
This movie makes Waterworld look like a fucking Rembrandt.
I'm sorry, 1,000%.
1,000. Yeah, get your own catchphrase right.
But yeah, so he's got a hang glider motorcycle.
Yep.
Wow.
That's happening right now.
Wow is what I say.
I had
and
one
apparently-
issue with this though.
Only one?
That the scene is 800 hours long.
Okay, I had 2 issues with this. When he's trying to go one way versus another, all you have to do is basically steer it, like you lean it
You
one
know what?
way. It's like being on a bike.
I have-
not moving the
Well, maybe
pipe
it's
across.
a specially made one because he's on a
No.
motorcycle.
I have
It's
zero issue with this because this movie hasn't given a shit about a lot of things.
Okay,
I'm not
point
going to
to
start
Jack.
now. Like, I get what you're
Also-
saying. This is not someone didn't research hang gliding. Is what it comes out
Also,
to.
though, the way that this motorcycle is suspended from this, presumably it's attached to the hang glider.
Uh-huh.
No, it's not.
But when he's in the air, it looks like he's just holding this hang glider with his fucking thighs.
No, he got straps
Or
put
the
on.
motorcycle, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He has straps from the bike over his shoulder, like suspenders that are attached to the bike.
That's the worst
I thought
suspenders
the
ever.
worst. I thought the same.
I
the
like
same thing.
Derek's better just because the thigh's the limit.
Yes.
And with Captain America, it's always thigh high.
But I guess I read in trivia that this was super expensive, which is what I said. We were watching this scene and it just kept going and going and going. And Jack was
For
like, they're
8 fucking minutes.
Jack was like, they're very proud of this
They
shot. And I was
love
like,
this shot,
"That's 'cause
and
this
you
shot is their
should."
budget. This shot, or these shots alone, cost about $500,000, which is a lot of money in
Yeah,
1979.
also clearly not
Might as
Reb
well be
Brown.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
Should have paid off Christopher Lee.
Clearly not Reb Brown doing
Oh,
this
no,
shot.
no.
Like he had some stuntmen, but they did really good at covering his face.
And I get
this shot, this whole scenario right here, 1,000% a different person.
I get what Derek's saying that, like, yes, this is your big shot, but it's also 10 minutes of your plot.
It's also so boring.
It's
Like,
boring.
he's chasing down Miguel, who got to a country road, and so did he on a hang glider. This hang glider never goes to the ground, by the way.
No.
He's good at hang gliding with all that extra weight of a motorcycle.
well, he's
It's
got
a rocket
He's got to
propelled.
propel.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Also, what we're saying about it being boring, the soundtrack is the most boring it's been this entire
Oh
we don't
my
have
God,
any, we
this
don't have
is-
any pew pews.
No pew. Give me.
This is
I now
back-
miss the pew pews.
This is back to the fucking what's it called? His song, his anthem, whatever. His
Theme song?
Thank you. Again, this movie made me dumb.
I said it when we finished.
Well,
we're
Jack,
all
Jack
now
did,
dumber.
Jack did read an 8 out of 10 review on IMDb about how the theme song was fucking great.
Yeah, and
It
this
had
is.
no timpani.
I have to disagree with everything that 8 out of 10 person said, mostly regarding the fucking soundtrack.
No.
Weakest part of a weak movie,
Yes.
but he catches up with General Miguel.
Yeah, he's
Eventually.
pursuing Miguel. Yeah, eventually he gets off, chases him on his motorcycle, and then Miguel reaches the end of the road, literally.
Yeah.
There's a railing there.
Although we got.
And he takes out this giant suitcase.
Of the road.
Talk over us.
He takes out this giant suitcase and a rifle and goes running. Captain America also chases after him after checking the car, of course.
I belong to you. Go.
Go on.
You have to sing Boys to Men. I mean, come on.
I actually am starting a Christian group called Altar Boys to Men.
Oh, fuck
And our
you.
first single is "It Happened Overnight."
Altar boys with men.
No. You took a really clean thing, made it disgusting. You took something wholesome like Catholicism and you ruined it.
Catholicism, ow.
God.
And go on.
So
He tried to.
They face off. It's so dumb. So there's this noise that's been happening anytime Captain America uses his quote unquote powers, and it's like
It's a spider sense.
Yeah,
It's his Spidey-
it's like the
the
$6 million
$6 million
man
man
noise. It's like a
noise.
Yeah, but
And
now he's like,
ch-
I have
ch-
echolocated. He didn't say that, but like essentially, he's like, I know exactly where you are. You're 30 degrees west and 20 degrees south from me right now.
And then Christopher Lee just runs like 10 feet away, and I was waiting for him to be like, now you're 40 degrees.
Yeah, you're taking 2 steps to the right. You're holding in a fart. Smells like it's gonna be Raisin Bran. Did you have Raisin Bran today? No, you had it yesterday. Yesterday, about 4 o'clock.
But the fart's because of the wheat bran. and he tries to shoot Captain America, blocks it with the shield.
Captain America first says, you should just surrender. And he's like, what, to an unarmed man? And cocks his rifle. And Captain America was like, oh, shit. I
And
didn't
he
think about
runs
him
away.
having a gun. Fuck. And he bolts, yeah.
But he throws the shield and like misses as he does. And it doesn't hit Christopher Lee when it's coming back. And he's like, I'm a general. You think I'm that fucking stupid or whatever?
I played Frolf in college. Did you not think I knew about this Frisbee?
I know all about fucking, what that shit called?
Ultimate Frisbee.
Is that what it's called? Where they
Frolf?
play-
Yes.
No, golf, frisbee golf. No,
Frolf. I'm going to fight you if you don't understand that Frolf is Frisbee golf.
but they don't call it frolf.
He's saying they do.
But they don't.
Yes, they do.
I've never heard.
I've
the word
always-
They
frolf.
did in 1996 in the episode where George Costanza decides that he's going to help Jerry date an actress. Amanda Peet is the actress, by the
Ooh.
way. They double team her in a relationship, not sexual style, and he ends up not mailing invitations because of Frolf.
Well, that's not what people
Okay.
call it now.
Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what
All
I
right.
said already.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't know what you
He
were talking
didn't
about.
hear it
I didn't know what a
because
frolf
I'm a
was.
female and I'm his
No,
wife.
I was too busy
female.
focusing on frolf.
I
So
am
here's
his
what it sounds
wife.
like. It sounds like the fat version of a Muppet.
I am his wife, and he just doesn't listen.
No,
to me.
here's what it
Fine.
comes down to is Frolf is what it was first called because they're like Frisbee golf. And then someone's like, we'll never be taken seriously as Frolfers. What about this? Hear me out. Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah,
I
because
think
it
you're
has
onto something there,
ultimate
Dylan.
in front of it.
Exactly. If it would have been the 90s, they
Put
would
the
have
dick
called it
back in
X
your mouth.
Frisbee.
Extremely Frisbee.
But either way, he's like, I'm not stupid enough to fall for your stupid bullshit. And then he goes to throw one of these bottles of concentrated aging liquid.
You got it.
Concentrating Asian liquid, bro?
Bro, concentrate Asian liquid? What is that? Some fucking sake?
Get rid of it.
You talking about sake? Fucking love a strong sake.
I love sake. I just don't like the people who make it.
Yeah, bro, if they could serve me though.
But he throws the bottle, and then the Frisbee, the shield.
No, go ahead. Just go on.
The shield
Frisbee.
Frisbee bounces back and hits the bottle and shatters it, and it just drenches Christopher Lee.
Best acting in the world coming right now.
Well, I'm pretty sure Christopher Lee didn't know they were about to throw a bucket of water on him because he's just like, what?
What the fuck is this? Yeah, no, but he does do a good like. Oh.
And he
Yeah.
starts pursing his mouth like his skin is
They're
straightening.
he's hiding his teeth. That's what he's doing. He's hiding his teeth.
They're trying to he's trying to fight Captain
Some people
America.
call it blowjob face.
He's
This
trying
is
to
my
fight
blowjob
Captain
face.
America.
That's just your face.
And as they're fighting, he's just like slowly getting older, and it's just like, "Arr!" And he literally like at one point turns around to punch him, and then just goes, "Arr!" falls back and dies.
And now Captain America walks to the beach where this guy lands a helicopter and looks every direction except for where the 6-foot Smurf is.
Right?
He's looking around. He's like, hey, I'm looking for my
Unblocked.
boss. Hey. And finally, Captain America like racks one in. And he's like, Your boss died waiting for you.
That's the only decent one-liner.
But lean into
He
that.
waited so long, he died.
Wait, like lean into this cheesiness.
Or he says he
Yes.
died of old age waiting. So yeah.
No,
but
he
it's-
died waiting for you. That's
He
what
says
he
died
said.
No, of old age, of
but
old
it's-
age.
That's what gives it that extra kicker. He died of old age. Waiting for you.
Oh yeah.
And then he doesn't shoot the guy.
Spread it on.
Well, he might have shot him. We don't know. That's the end of that.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no fight scene. Like, dude doesn't run away.
The fight scene that we did have, besides him fighting 5 guys, like the big culmination was him running from Christopher Lee and then bukkake him with old man serum.
Yep.
Wait, is
Okay,
that
that's
where
what
the
we get.
the fast food restaurant got their name? The guy really liked Captain America 2, Death Too Soon. That's why it's 5 guys.
Oh.
No, I think that's just what he likes in his mouth.
Oh, okay. And then we get a red
Can you get some of
rocket.
that 5 guy sauce? Go on.
We get a red rocket over Portland.
I hear it's high in protein.
It's the antidote, and they're like, this is the best way to do it. Do a spiral over Portland and call it a day.
Which we all said, by the way, we're like, because they say in the movie we have a limited antidote. And we
Yep.
can't. This is America. They'd be auctioning this off. Sorry, poor people in Portland. These homeless people are fucked. They're dead.
Yep.
The working class, mostly gone. But the rich are going to have all the antidote.
But again, this is 1979, and I don't know what it was like back then.
Better.
The rich still
They
ruled
wanted-
everything.
the rich
they
still
wanted-
ruled. The rich were hiding their fucking power back then.
Yes, they wanted. This was a made-for-TV movie. They wanted the poor, because it was TV, not cable.
Uh-huh.
They wanted
Oh,
the
yeah.
poor to think we still care.
This is on CBS. You don't pay for CBS. I got
Exactly.
HBO. It's better than television.
So I
I don't
think
think that was a thing yet. I think that's like mid 80s.
Man,
Well, I could be wrong.
Derek just ruins everything.
I do. That's my job.
You getting paid?
Derek Downer.
You getting paid?
No. Just like for most of my jobs.
No.
hey,
Not enough.
I don't pay. And that's basically the end of the movie. Captain America paints a weird picture of this kid's mom. They make out.
Oh,
it's
she's
just
got that
the
special
mom and-
face back.
It's
well,
her
look
old
at
face.
her.
I haven't seen that face in a while. His mom's still.
I love
riding
riding
the
this horse.
horse.
I love riding
Oh
this horse.
boy. Hey mom, why'd you replace that saddle with satin?
Oh, she's spiking fucking Captain America.
Mom, why are
here,
you
too.
using the old horse that has Parkinson's?
Oh god. Shut up, son. We're doing a load of laundry.
Find yourself a spin cycle.
And that's the end of that movie.
Thank God.
Happily ever
Fucking
after.
Christ.
So I'm gonna go around the horn
Why?
for what I'm sure will be a bunch of surprises. Wife?
I say 1,000% no recommend. I had to suffer through this, so you guys can hear not to fucking watch this. Just don't do it.
Jacques?
Don't.
Oh, I'm echoing, dude. Don't fucking do it. I got no caveats.
Caveats
There's
don't
no
help.
fucking. There's no saving this. I watched it with friends. I watched it while drinking. I watched it without blinking. I watched it here. I watched it there. I watched it in my underwear. Don't watch it.
I will say, Shout Factory released a special edition Blu-ray of this, so you can buy it if you want.
They're not
However,
paying you.
however,
It's like
I
getting,
wouldn't.
It's like getting the collector's edition of Mein Kampf.
Oh, God.
it's a first edition. It was handwritten,
It's
bro.
signed.
It was
It's
handwritten.
signed.
Fucking Hitler wrote this one.
Fucking Hitler wrote this, dude. Fucking this should be up in the fucking my library.
All right, if Gary
What the fuck's
Busey
the
was playing
library?
Captain America and Willem Dafoe was playing Christopher Lee's character,
Uh-huh.
then I could recommend this movie.
But they're
However,
not.
with it being even with it being Christopher Lee, I can't recommend it.
They didn't do enough. He
They
didn't
didn't
have
give
enough
him
to
justice.
do. He didn't have enough to do, and they didn't put him in enough anyway.
They
He's
wasted
some
it.
I knew
fucking
he was-
generic Miguel guy.
I knew he was gonna be not a lot because he's
Right.
he's the quote unquote star power, and at this point, I mean, he is famous, probably not so much over here.
But he did.
But-
what 2 days of work on this
Yeah, I
movie?
mean, he hung out in one room and then drove a car.
Yeah.
So don't watch this movie.
Nope.
You know what
No.
you should watch instead? Anything.
Yeah.
Big. Go watch Big.
Watch the paint dry.
You can watch the MCU Captain America movies. They're good.
Okay.
Winter Soldier is fucking awesome.
It is actually. It's really fucking good. Winter Soldier was so good. You took a boring comic book character that nobody gave a shit about and made it one of the best MCU movies at the time.
We also took one of the best comic book storylines from that era that you're like adapting and actually made a good movie out of it.
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of the other ones.
Yeah.
Because Winter Soldier was the one that like turned me into liking Captain America.
I didn't care what they did for Civil War, but I loved Winter Soldier.
yeah. They kind of fucked that up. But
It's
that's
fine.
a different
it's fine.
podcast.
It's fine.
That's for when me and Jack finish Star Wars on Hunt Took Shots first. Then we'll start MCU from day one.
Wow.
That way we can do
It's
this.
called Marvel Us.
I might be on that one.
That way we can do this until the day
If
we
you're
die.
lucky.
Suck my dick, bro.
Present
Suck my
it.
dick, bro. I can't do it now.
So our next episode, the last episode for Superhero Spectacular.
I was gonna
I'm not
say,
even
just,
gonna
have,
try.
just have fucking Whitney say it,
All right,
man.
ready? Hold on. Superhero Spectacular. There you go.
Close.
Perfect. Will be Batman Forever.
Woo!
With Timothy Carey. And
Timothy Lee Jones.
Timothy Lee Jones, yes.
And
And those other guys.
Valthimer Kilmer.
And Chris McDonald.
Balthamy
He doesn't
Kilmer.
get any names.
Is
Is it Chris McDonald? Is that right?
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell.
O'Donnell.
Chris McDonald is Shooter McGavin.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a different Robin.
That's a way better Robin somehow. Sure, he's not doing backflips, but at least I'm watching him.
It's not like watching a piece of wood act.
And Derek's fucking favorite actress of all time, Nicole Kidman.
oh god, you fucking hate
I think it's the
her
only
so
movie that
hard.
I know you walked away from. Was something
Yeah,
she was
The
in.
Others.
The Others, dude. Like Derek straight up
didn't hate
walked
The
out
Others.
about that. He did.
Oh, I know.
I can't stand Nicole
But
Kidman.
anyway,
I know you can't.
can't wait to
That's
get
a whole
to
other
that.
thing. Batman Forever. And if you subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/worstpeople, we do mental health movies every month. This month, the episode ties into next week's episode. We will be covering Batman Returns.
I'm gonna play this fucking podcast like a fucking harp.
We've got fucking Danny DeVito.
Uh-huh.
We've got Christopher Walken.
Oh.
We've got Michael Keaton.
Doy.
We've got Tim Burton when he made good movies.
Yeah.
We've got all of it.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Meow.
And when I was a kid, I didn't like Michelle Pfeiffer's performance because I was like, this is so silly and stupid.
She wasn't
This
for
is a
the
Batman
kids.
movie. It should be serious.
Yeah. I take my Batman real serious. Christopher Nolan's not available yet, dude.
But as an adult, I'm like, dude, that girl is fucking putting in work
She
on
was
a
sewn
stupid
into
movie
that
that's
suit.
awesome.
She was sewn into that suit.
Literally.
If she farted, the whole thing falls apart.
It falls apart by the end of that movie, so she must have been farting a lot.
She was ripping queefs.
But that's Patreon, patreon.com/worstpeople. You get that plus like 5 other episodes at this point, early access to Han Took Shots First, other stuff coming down the pipeline, as long as you subscribe, because it's for you, Patreon people,
Ooh, yeah.
and future Patreon people. Not so much former Patreon people.
Sorry, fucks.
You can get more of us there and on our website, badmoviesworstpeople.com. Send us an email, badmoviesworstpeople@gmail.com. Recommend a movie. Tell us why we're wrong. Do whatever you want. We'll read it on the air.
Say hi.
Just send me an email that says hi.
Tell me you love my voice.
Tell me what voices I have that are dumb. Tell me what voices I have that aren't dumb.
I love you, Heather.
Yeah, and whichever one you say is dumb, he'll do more of.
You spoiled it. Oh boy, a peek behind the curtain.
Peek at my sausage being made. But that's it for this week. I've been Derek.
I'm still Whitney.
I drew a cat.
Yeah, well, thank God that's over.
You know what you gotta worry about? Me doing a fucking beat accent. Everyone that's gonna fucking hate me.
A
Isn't that
what?
right?
Bean
A beat
accent?
accent. A beat one.
A beat accent.
It's not good. It's beat.
He said a beady
You
scent.
addicted to the light.
The first time I heard it, I heard a bean accident, and I was like,
I had a
"You
fucking
shark?
bean accident.
You
I shit my
shark?"
pants. The darkness. You were molded by it, adapted. I was born into it. Molded by it, isn't it?
I was born in Mordor.
Oh God, we were.
Both you fuck off.